Hello there, Pisces. It is time for your full moon reading. We have a full moon, January 6th, in the sign of Cancer. That's today. So yeah, I'm cutting it close. But we are looking at the full moon, and we are looking at the peak of the cycle. If you're new to the channel, my name is Melissa, and I like to do my zodiac readings based on the new moon and the full moon. So we're looking at intention setting, and then we're looking at what's coming forward for you to work on, or what do you need to release in order to not really do better, but be successful in the next cycle, or maybe start a new intention in the next cycle. So that's how I do the tarot readings. I also do witchy unboxing videos and Metaphysical Mondays, where we talk about witchy shit, and what else? Current event tarot readings. I like to do like random conspiracy theory type stuff that I don't subscribe to, just because I feel like maybe I can remain neutral. Anyways, that was a rant and a half. Let's get your full moon reading. Pisces full moon. Okay, I'm using a spread that I created myself yesterday, designed to be a 10-minute tarot type of reading. So we'll see if I stick to that or not. 5 cards. We got a couple cards leading up to the full moon, a card representing the full moon and what it is revealing to you, and then a couple of cards after the full moon leading up to the next cycle to see what if we need to release or continue working. So, leading up to the full moon, we have the 3 of Wands and the 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords is one of those cards that's been coming up a lot. I will show you what we've got going on here. I'm like seeing, okay, how were they? They were this way. So it would be this way. Looking off in the distance, I'm almost seeing a story here of like an old story of like an old, there's just a movie that I kind of vaguely observed but didn't watch. It was like fishermen, like it's almost like the wife waiting for a return home. And that doesn't look like it's going to return. But it is also an ending of something. End to suffering. Maybe an end to waiting. So I feel like this is waiting for something. And it could be just that you've been waiting for something that's never going to happen. Or like you're waiting for your ship to come in, but that ship sank. So this could be about a new beginning. And I know that sounds like a weird thing to say with these cards after that, but that's what I'm getting. This is a, waiting. False start. Why? Okay. False start, if that applies. But anyways, this is about like waiting for something that either is never going to happen or you're going to wait your whole life until the end. So the way this reading is kind of structured, the spread is, this is kind of like the past, present, future, but we're looking at like leading up to the full moon, and then after, leading up to the full moon. So this is going to be like either the last couple of weeks in this cycle or the last couple of cycles. This is, maybe you're just done waiting. I don't see what intention you might have set for this full moon. Not really getting that. I feel like maybe you were waiting. In the new moon readings I mentioned, I'm pretty sure I mentioned in all of the readings that I felt like if you were going to do a New Year's resolution type of intention setting, it would be best to do it at the, between the solstice and the new moon. So maybe you were waiting. Maybe you were waiting until the next one. The first new moon of the calendar year does happen after Mercury retrograde ends. Mars retrograde also will be ended at that point. So yeah, maybe you were just waiting for the year to end before you did something. It could be that simple. But also, I'm getting a lot of observe and not take action. So I feel like maybe you weren't working on anything necessarily, but maybe just being patient with yourself because something had already ended. So we have that energy in there as well. Let's take a look at the full moon card. Who else had this as their full moon card? Oh, I don't remember. It was in the same position for another sign. Yeah, anyways, I don't remember. 4 of Pentacles. Holding on to something. Like, what are you waiting for? There's just a lot of not a lot of doing going on here. But this is holding on to something. This is being, I feel like, overly cautious about something. So, wow, what is going on here? I have a lot of questions more than I have answers or interpretations. I have a lot of questions, so I might end up pulling clarifiers. I don't know. I just get the sense of just like waiting, like you're almost like your hands are tied, but you it's not that your hands are tied, it's that you just don't want to use them. Is kind of what I'm getting here. What the moon could be revealing to you. Like I almost want to say, like, if this was a reading, an in-person reading with a sitter, I would, like, so far, without the rest of the cards, maybe that will help. But I would be thinking to myself, why are you here? You don't care. Like, this is like, you're not interested. I'm really getting like, yeah, okay, finish up. I paid you your money. Go ahead and tell me what else the cards say, and so I can get out of here. That's kind of what I'm feeling off of this. But holding on to something, usually the feet are on top of those pentacles, not necessarily the case here, but also pointed out in the other reading that, like, he's holding it up, but he's also holding it out. So it almost looks like he's either taking it off, or he's thinking about it, or he's going to break the chain or something. He's also wearing a crown. So, but like, he's wearing a crown, but he's on the streets. There's graffiti back there. You know, it's kind of like holding on to something that no longer fits. Like, or trying to fit into something that is not for you. That's kind of what I'm getting here so far. If the Four of Pentacles was telling us what the moon is revealing, I would say the moon is revealing that you need to let go. Like, that you're holding on to something too tightly. You're just going to sit around and wait for this. Let go. Let it go. It's not coming. Like, one of the first things I said in this reading was, you know, like, maybe you might be waiting for something that's never going to show up. So holding on to something, I feel like is, you know, the moon saying, look, you need to give it a rest. You give up on what you've got right here and start looking for something new. Let's see what the cards for after the full moon look like. Okay. We have the Devil and the Page of Cups. So I feel like there is a little bit of hope here. Okay, back to letting go. This was probably the perfect card to come next. It makes perfect sense in my brain. There's an attachment here to something that, yeah, definitely getting released. There is releasing that needs to be done, moving forward. So yeah, maybe the reason why I was feeling this like apathy, this like, I don't want to be here, like, just tell me what you're going to tell me, I'm just killing time kind of feeling, because you're waiting for something. You're waiting for something that's never going to show up. That's what I was saying before I got booted off my camera. Anyways, you're attached to something that you're waiting. Like, you don't even have it yet. You're so attached to something that is not in your life. You're so attached to something that's not there for you. I don't feel like it's just time to let go of that. You're attached to something which is keeping your mind occupied, and not allowing you to focus on anything else. That's what I'm kind of getting here. Like, there's a lot of attachment energy here, and it's not a good attachment. This is not something that you should be attaching yourself to, or allowing to attach to you. This could be something, someone, some situation that has attached itself or themselves to you, that you need to, like, snip, snip, cut those lines. Like, this is like if it's somebody else that may be attaching themselves to you, do you recognize like a puppet energy that's going on in there? Does that feel like something that means anything to you? That could be important. But this last card is the Page of Cups. And this is, I feel like this is you inside. If you were able to allow yourself to release this energy. There's just, I don't even feel like it's a desire. I don't feel like it's something that you're trying to manifest that's not for you and you need to let it go. I don't feel like any of that. I feel like it's just something abstract that you're just like attached to. It could be you're attached to an idea of something or an expectation of something that's not tangible, right? But also, if this is what you're attached to, that I keep saying it's not coming because it's dead. This is air energy. So this is, this is abstract ideas. This is ideas. This is communication. This is thoughts. These are things that are non-physical in your brain or in your mind. So yeah, I don't think it's like something tangible necessarily, although this Four of Pentacles would argue with me on that one. I just feel like it's time to detach from something, and I feel like it's something a little more on the abstract side. But we have this Page of Cups with this like new love energy. It's like a fresh feeling, right? There's something fresh afoot, right? So this could be about you starting fresh, being able to release something. But yeah, I'm getting there is a release that kind of opens you up to a fresh start or a clean slate. The Page is a student. The Page is an apprentice. This is somebody who's learning a skill. With the Cups energy, we're talking about emotions, dreams, intuition, heart-centered stuff. Again, non-physical. So this is something that you can kind of harness to your advantage, or maybe taking up a new method of being a little bit more heart-centered, that will kind of turn your focus inward and stop waiting for things. You can make things happen, but it starts on the inside. And I feel like that's kind of an important message for you here today, is to, stop expecting outside stuff. Stop waiting for whatever it is that you're waiting for. You're holding on too tight to something. It's going to end up harming you in the long run. Maybe not physically, but maybe mentally, maybe emotionally. It's not good for your mental health to be in this state. So I'm really getting the urge to kind of direct you in letting go of this. There's a lot of letting go energy going on here. But I feel like by doing so, this last card is like, this is where you could go. This is something that this is where you could focus instead. Like, you maybe don't necessarily have to cut the puppet strings or whatever. You don't have to necessarily cut them. I feel like because it's so abstract, there's nothing that needs to be done to get rid of them other than, turn your attention to something else. And I feel like that something else should be you. Okay. And that's what I'm getting with this Page of Cups. This is, you connecting with you. Like she's like talking to the fish in the cup in this card, right? It's just a very, very lighthearted energy, right? That's what I'm getting. Be a little more lighthearted. Focus more on you filling your own cup, so to speak, in cliches. But that is what I have for your reading today. I hope that helps. If it resonates, please let me know with a thumbs up. If you want to see more and you're interested in other weird videos that I have made, weird readings, there are links to playlists in the description. I will see you in the next one. Always remember that the magic you seek is within you.